What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages? Joker back again, once again. So, real quick, I wanted to talk about the new Rumble playlist in Destiny 2 and how it is quite possibly one of the most infuriating implementations of Rumble that I have ever played. Now, I'm not going to go over the Go Fast update in its entirety here, but I did want to touch on some of the more quality changes. First, weapons do feel better to use. I don't think it's 100%, but if pre-patch was 60, this is 80. Again, this does kind of boil back down to the weapon slot issues, which we've beaten to death, and it looks like they may be addressing in the future. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about weapons first is because I need you to understand that the place I'm coming from has nothing to do with weapons, abilities, or supers, and everything to do with the way that the playlist actually plays. So let's get into Rumble. Most of Rumble's issues boils down to a handful of things: player size, map size, spawn timers, spawns, and then spawning with an overshield. And many of you clever ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages might have kind of noticed that there's a cycle to these problems, mostly because they reward dying. So in Rumble, the average engagement will look something like this. The game starts, you go out and you try to find a kill. Now, in most games, the key would be to find a relatively high-trafficked power position that allows you to somewhat control the flow of combatants into your area. Ideally, this position would also allow you to control the map, control power weapons or power ammo, and it would be an area that is well covered. It allows you to kind of patrol a greater area, but doesn't have a lot of entrances to get into where you're at. This would be an area that allows kills to come to you, right? Or it would allow you to look out over the map and find other engagements, because the point of Rumble is not to win every 1v1 engagement you're in. That's not what you want to do. You're not looking for fair fights. You're looking for people who are already fighting. If you don't believe me, go and watch any guide on playing Rumble and you'll see that that's pretty much what everybody suggests. Don't put yourself out there, wait for people to come to you, and look for those fights where you have the advantage. Of course, this is an earned advantage because you only have it as long as you can hold it until somebody else comes along and takes it from you. This, of course, reveals your position to everybody else on the map, and it baits players to come to you, especially if you've been killing them, to which you fight until you die or you win the game. Most times you'll die after a few kills and either A, go back to the area you were patrolling, or B, pick a new one and start over. Playing Rumble is more about positioning than individual skill. Don't get me wrong, if you're not good luck holding a position. But if you take two players of equal skill and give one player a good position on the map and send the other to break that position, the one breaking the position is going to have a hard time. This is why players have supers. This is why power ammo spawns in two places on the map. This is why they spawn in high traffic areas that are not ideal power positions, or they're out of the way from the ideal power position. Now, when done properly, this actually creates a whole bunch of really cool dynamic choices. Gasp, shock, horror, surprise, dare I even say depth. It asks you, do I hold the position where everybody on the map knows where I'm at? Do I go after the power ammo? Do I go after power ammo A, or do I go after power ammo B? Do I give up my strong position for the power ammo? Is it even worth it? Do I move because supers are coming up and it'll be easy to break my position with supers, with a Titan Slam? I have my super. Do I leave my position and hunt down targets trying to get the most optimal kill count for my super? Do I hold on to my super so when people try to come in and overrun my position, I have it just in case I need it? In Destiny 2, however, not only do you not have enough time to breathe between engagements because there's 7 other people on the map, but good luck holding a position. Because Johnny fucking Jackoff, you know, that guy that you've killed 5 times in a row, has finally gotten a lucky spawn behind you. Your shields are down from your last engagement, and wouldn't you fucking know it, old Johnny Boy was rewarded for dying. Not only with a lucky spawn, I mean that sucks, but spawns suck in games in general, but he also has an overshield, which gives him a clear and distinct advantage over you off the spawn for no other reason than he died and was rewarded for it. But hey, take comfort in knowing that in the small amount of time it took you to respawn, somebody else respawned behind Johnny and killed him. And the world goes round and round and round and round and round and fucking round. Fixing this version of Rumble is easy. 1. Increase the respawn timers. You died, you deserve to sit out for a second or two. 2. Remove spawn protection. If you're getting spawn killed, well, you shouldn't have died to begin with. Happens to us all. 3. Reduce the player count from 8 to 6, to give players room to breathe. Oftentimes we hear people talking about how Destiny 2 is missing depth. Depth encompasses more than just what perks I can get on a weapon or a piece of armor or how many subclasses I have. Depth is also, and probably most importantly, the strategies one must use to engage with different facets of the game. What has more depth? The scenarios that I presented earlier about choices and holding down lanes or going for power ammo or doing this, that, and the other? Or respawning as quick as you possibly can with an overshield and getting lucky? You already know my opinion, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages. Let me know yours in the comments below, and like always, stay frosty.